Hey guys, how's it going? It's Zahait here, and we're back with a brand new episode of The Farmer Was Replaced. And in the last episode, we set up our farming cactus code, which I'm pretty happy with, actually. It turned out pretty great. So there is that, but the one problem is it's not sorting on the first time through because my new location calculator is not really that great. So what I need to do, and I guess we don't need this right now. What I need to do to this thing is, well, I don't know if I want to start it right over. It works, except when I get to this point, I'm moving and I'm farming this one, when really what I want to do is go all the way around to here. So, and I still need to know if it's greater than 2, because if farm size is 1 or 2, then I don't really need to. Well, I guess if it's 1 and I move, I'm not really wasting a whole lot of time, am I? The hay is gonna need time to grow anyway, maybe. So maybe it's fine. You know what? Let's just start the whole thing right from scratch, and we'll see. Maybe we're gonna make it worse. Maybe it's gonna end up being the same thing. I don't know. Let's see if we can figure this out here without making too much of a mess. So I think the first thing, we still want to check that unlocks, is it unlocks? Unlocks dot, I forget how this works. Unlocks dot world, unlocks dot size, farm. What's the thing we're trying to unlock? Where's the size? Speed, loop, grass, expand. Unlocks dot expand. If unlocks dot expand equals 0, then what we want to do is just nothing. We just want to do nothing. Then new location equals current location. Yeah, I think we just do that, right? New location equals current location. Perfect. That means we're not going to move. Then what we want to do is if, if unlock, no, let's make this else if. Else if unlocks dot expand equals 1. So that's when we have 3 in a line like this. So we never want to go east. We just always want to go north. And I'm forgetting my colons because I always forget them. And what we want to do is if I'm just making a mess of ifs again, but I think I kind of have to. If current location at 1 equals 3, no, equals 2, equals 2, then we want current location, then we want new location at 1 to equal 0, I think. Else we want it to equal, current location plus 1, right? Current location plus 1. Okay, that works good. So this is the 2 edge cases where our map is not big enough to actually use a proper code. I think that covers that. And then else, so if we're not in either of those 2 categories, we're going to hop down here and we're going to do this. And I wonder if I should put this first so we're not checking these if statements. Does that make sense? I think it probably does. So what if I make this the else? And then I check this first. Does this save us some commands? I think it does. Elif. So it's not going to check these things if it's checked this one first, right? I think that's how it works. So unlocks dot expand. Actually, I don't have to check this one again. I can just check it. I can just check the farm size, right? If farm size is greater than or equal to 3, then we know we're good. Right? I don't know how that works. Hang on. What if I set farm size equal to something small to test? Let's get a new code here. Can I set farm size to 1 and run this? And then just while true, because it's going to end up stopping right away. While true, do a flip. All right. While true has never been defined. Well, true. How's that? So the world size 1 doesn't actually do anything. What about world size 2? Also doesn't do anything. 3? Yeah, so 3 is like the minimum. So if I set this to be greater than or equal to 3, I think that's good. There must be a colon. Yeah. I haven't got to that part yet. Okay, so this is going to be our general code, and then this is going to be the 2 edge cases if we're too small for the code to work. So the first thing we're going to do is set our Y position, and that is going to be pretty simple. We just want the new location to equal the current location plus 1. The problem is, if we get to the edge, then we're going to end up with a location that's off the map. So then I think what we want to do is, like, if we're at position 8, or let's just say we're at position 9 or whatever number this is, and we add 1 to it, we're going to be at 10. So if I take this number and we modulo it by farm size, is that going to work? My current location is not actually going to be 9 because it's the number that I'm at minus 1. So this is actually going to be, if it was the 9th tile, it would be number 8. So current location plus 1 is going to send me to 9, which doesn't exist, but my farm size is actually 9, so it should set it back to 0. Okay, I think that's good. So this is all we have to do. Oh, I got to set this to be my Y value. Okay, so new location at Y equals that. And then what we want to do is, once we've set that, we want to, what do we want to do? Check that if that number that we just got is smaller than new location at 1 is smaller than what we had started with, current location at 1, then we know we have to increase our X value. So that's going to be the same thing as this, except we're going to do it with X value instead. And this should be 1. Right? So if our new location Y is less than the current location, it means we've wrapped around. And if we've wrapped around, we're going to have to increase our X value by 1. So that should just be the same kind of thing that we've done here. New location, except now we're going to use the X values. Plus 1 modulo farm size. Does that work? I think that works. Oh, I got rid of my bracket here for some reason. Oh, no, I didn't. It's right there. It's right there. I need to make this a little bit easier to read for myself. Okay, I think that looks better, right? I mean, we could try it. Let's just try it. There must be a colon. I have a colon. Excuse you? I have all the colons. If does elif not need a colon, maybe? I don't know if elif needs a colon. Is that what's messing it up? What if I get rid of it? Does that fix it? There must be a colon at the beginning of every code block. What? I don't know why this is not working. I'm missing a colon somewhere, it says. Unless I've got an indent wrong. Maybe I got an indent wrong. That looks right. Oh, this is supposed to be a method or whatever. Num unlocked. I forgot this is supposed to be a method. I'm supposed to be calling this up. There. I don't know if that's going to fix it or not. No, it's still broken, but that was definitely going to be a bug. Oh, I don't need this in here. Right? I'm checking if it's greater than 3. I'm checking if num unlocks is equal to 0. And if it's not greater than 3 and it's not equal to 0, then this just happens. Does that fix it? I think that was the problem. Now, the other thing I just realized is I'm going new location +1 here, and it should be modulo 3. No, modulo 2. Right? No, modulo 3, I think, because otherwise we're never going to get to position 2. I think that's right. I hope that's right. We'll give it a go. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so now that we've set the farm size, I don't need this anymore. Let's just make a well true, and we'll just run this thing and see if we can get it to move. Hopefully it works. So we're just gonna well true. I think I need one of these in here. Move to new location at current location. And I'm going to have to set some stuff in here. Current location equals get pause X, pause Y, right? I need 2 things. Can I do this? Get pause X and get pause Y inside like this? I'm gonna have to put brackets in here. Does this work? Hopefully that works. And then I have to set new current location equal to that. Okay, does this work? Error. Error. Another bracket. How about now? Hey! I just gotta make sure it's actually working properly. 1 second. Set execution speed. 1? Perfect. I think it's doing exactly what we want it to. That's not bad, right? Oh, did it go right first? I don't think it's doing an action when it moves right. I just, in my move code, I have it moving right before it moves up, I think. Yeah, I think that's fine. It's all looking fine. So, I guess for science, what we can do, we don't need this anymore. Let's get rid of that. I'm going to keep this one because it's got a print command that's easy to use. I don't need this anymore. We'll keep this one. I guess I could keep this one. It's got a move command in case I want to move something really quickly. We can just move it really fast. I was playing around with a sorting list here. We still have to work on that for my sunflowers, but we'll see what ends up happening here. Do I need this stuff? Let's get rid of all this. I don't need any of this stuff anymore. Let's clean up some of these scripts. That was all for science as well. Okay, so we were at, I forget the number, I think around 4 hours for our previous run. I want to see if we can, now that we've got some of this code cleaned up, if it'll actually work, first of all, and if we can beat our previous score. So let's just see how this ends up. It looks like it's already broken. And I don't know where it's broken. It's got to be something to do with my move command. New location 1 0. Farm size greater than 3. Do I have to have that set as straight up greater than 3 maybe? I'm not sure. Let's see how this works. Is it gonna get jammed up? I think we went down the wrong path in there. The operator cannot be used on the operands 0. Oh, hang on. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. I just need to set this to be 1. Okay, try it one more time. Now what's happened? Get goals items.hey is not a key in the dictionary. If goals items.hey why is that happening? What did I do? Items.hey is not in the dictionary. Where am I calling this method? Oh, I gotta set it here. If items.hey in cost, it should be... Oh, I don't have hay in here? How do I not have hay in here? What? I need to set items.hey. Did I cut it before instead of copying? Items.hey. How the heck did I do that? Okay. Items.hey 0. Oh, that should fix it now. Why was that not in there? That was weird. Okay, well, we found another bug because now it's looping around on itself like this instead of going to the rest of the farm. So, hang on. Stop everything you're doing, please. So, obviously, this doesn't work. I need to check num unlock unlocks.expand. So, let's do that here. Num unlock unlocks.expand is greater than, I think, 2. I think 2 is the number because the first upgrade unlocks 3 and then the second upgrade, maybe that just means greater than 1 then. Greater than 1? Let's see how that works. Whoops. No. I do not want to cancel. Okay, it's working now. It seems to be working now. The other thing is I still have to play around with this because I'm assuming some of these aren't required. They're duplicates. And I'm also assuming it's probably more efficient to not do them all, right? I mean, we're probably better off to cherry pick which ones we want to do. And that might be a lot of trial and error. I don't know. Maybe we have to iterate this a few times and see which one's better. But currently, I'm quite happy with the way this is looking. It seems to be working out quite well. I don't know what's going to happen with my sunflower code. I don't think we've ever fixed it. And we're not even farming sunflowers, actually. Which is interesting, because sunflowers make everything faster, don't they? So we should be making sure we have a minimum amount. And now something is just broken entirely. What is the problem? Shall I pause this and see what's going on? What seems to be the problem here? So I guess the first thing to debug this is figure out what our current goal is, and that should be somewhere in here. We need no hay, we need carrots. Oh, you know what? I bet carrot seeds take hay, and we don't have any hay. Items.wood. Is this where we're in right now? Are we trapped in here? Where? Well, carrot goal. Yes. We are trapped in here where we cannot buy carrot seeds. See? That's why we're doing this. Okay, so let's see if we can fix this. What the heck is going on here? So up here we're checking for carrots and wood. I mean, sorry, wood and hay, which is good. We're checking it for, oh, some really, really inefficient stuff. If I really want this like this, which I'm not even sure I do, for now, let's just clean it up a little bit. Get world size, get world size. We've already learned that that's not efficient. Okay, let's try, this will clean it up a little bit. Why do I have so many of these? This is not the best. Okay, so well, get world size times to the power of 2 times 12. So I'm only doing enough here for one planting of carrots, which is not really ideal. And I don't even know if I should be checking this up here because I don't care if I can plant a whole field of carrots or not. What I should be doing is, because carrots are so fast to grow, I should just kind of stay on one path. You know, there's no reason to plant this whole field of carrots because by the time I get back to the start, they've already grown. I think. Should we try? Error. I got too many timeses in here. Let's try farm carrots. Is it farm carrots? Yeah, it's farm car. For some reason, I decided that was smart. And now if I just also want to set the execution speed to something a little bit easier to see. Maybe that's not quite... Maybe that's too slow. Okay, like... This carrot, I think, is already grown. So, by the time we get to, like, the 12th one away, it's grown already. So there's no reason to farm all of these. Maybe there's a way... Maybe there's a way we can set this to only farm, like, 20 carrots at a time or something. Because, like, farming this whole field makes no sense. Anyway, maybe that's something we can worry about after. For now, let's just get this thing working properly again. And I think we need to do this check. Well, we want to do it beforehand for sure. You know what I should do? I should put this up at the top. And all of these get world size things are driving me crazy as well. So hang on, let me fix that first. So world size equals, let's just do this one time, because I've got this thing called up like 6 times in here. Get world size, and then we can just do world size. World size, and we can copy that everywhere. Like that. Okay, that's going to help a little bit. It's not going to do what we want. So in here, if number carrots equals carrot seed, what we want to do is trade the seeds right away, maybe. Or trade a bunch of them. Again, there's no point in trading small amounts like this, because I think that takes an execution every time it does it. Does it say? Takes the time of two operations to execute. If succeeded, 1 operation otherwise. Oh! So if we fail to trade, it takes 200 times as long. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's not great. We want this to trade us the number of carrot seeds that we have. If number of carrot seeds equals 0, trade for a bunch. And you know what? I think what we want to do is put this part right in here where we're checking. Oh God, what the heck just happened? What the heck just happened? All my indents went all over the place. Okay, so we're going to put that in there. So if we hit 0 carrots, Then we're going to start checking for stuff. And then in here, we're going to trade for the world size squared. That should hopefully fix it. I mean, it's not the best, but it should fix it for now. Let's see. Oh! I just realized I had a get out of jail free clause right here. I had set it up before, so this should have worked, except I think my hay number wasn't high enough. What's the cost of carrot seeds? I had my items dot carrot seeds. What? Huh? Carrot. Oh, carrot underscore seed. Okay, so this should have been greater than 12, and that's gonna get us out. Okay, so then this is all fine, I think. If I put this back the way we had it. But then we also want to check seeds, because I want the seeds to be purchased outside as well. I don't want to be buying seeds every loop. So end, man, this thing's getting really, really ugly. I don't know if this is smart or not. Let me know in the comments what you think. Items dot carrot underscore seed is greater than 1. Greater than 0. There we go. And then we can put all of this. We don't really need that if part. We can put all of this up here. We don't need to check if the carrot seeds are equal to 0. And this should all be brought back. And I can take this world size. What do I want to do? Minus the number of carrots that I have? I just feel like every time I call my farm carrots, I'm going to be buying seeds, and I don't necessarily want to do that. So we can make another if for that. If num items carrots is greater than, but less than, the world size squared, then we're gonna buy the world size squared. That's fine. I could probably minus this, but whatever, it's fine. I could minus the number of carrots that we have, but that's just more operations that we don't need. So, okay. That hopefully works. my god! Okay, we did it in 3 hours. That is like an hour off of our previous time. Maybe... No, we're still not on. People are getting good at this. 2 hours is now the current time to beat, basically. Ay, we still have some work to do. But I was really impressed with how our cactus farm was working. There's a few things. The sunflowers seem to be taking a long time to farm, and I know it's because we're basically going through the entire farm 9 times, or however many times we needed to do that. So we could probably make that a little bit more efficient. I know you guys don't like my list, but I think if we store them all in a list, and while we're waiting for them to finish growing, if we sorted them after, then I think we can run around and pick them all in the correct order and not have to waste a whole pile of time going through the whole map like 9 times. So I think that will save us some time, maybe. The other big thing is like this. I think we're wasting a lot of time unlocking piles of stuff that we don't necessarily need to do. And I don't know the best way to go about cleaning this up. Like, for example, all of these speed things in here, we definitely don't need. I'm not even using the speed right now. We're currently not even farming power for speed. So there's no reason to even put those in there. I don't know what else. There's other things, I'm sure. I just have to find a decent way of going through this. I wonder, it might make more sense for me to just make a new command and just kind of add things one at a time that I want to see get put into it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But we're getting there. We're figuring it out. Things are going better. We're 1 hour less than when we were last time, I think. Something like that. It was quite a bit more efficient this time. I don't remember the exact time that we were at, but I think we were pushing 4 hours. So that cactus farm code is basically the only major change. And then we changed a few goal things, but we still have the bones to upgrade, the flowers to upgrade, and then this list to upgrade. Oh, and also the maze could probably be upgraded too, because right now we're not doing that very efficiently either. And the other thing I was thinking about while I was watching this thing do its farming is maybe having a massive farm is not the most efficient. For example, wood, carrots. Hay definitely doesn't need a big farm. I guess hay doesn't really matter, but yeah. So stuff like that, it's less efficient to farm a whole area. When you're trying to get carrots really quickly, you just want to stay in one spot. So I might end up adding a count to the carrots, and after we hit, I don't know, 20 or something, just go back to the start. And then we're not wasting time running through all this planting carrots when we don't need to, I think. I don't know. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of that kind of concept. I think it's not bad. Same thing for wood. Wood is going to be a little bit trickier because we need it on odds and evens. I can't remember. Do the trees... I think the trees actually give more wood, don't they? So it's actually still efficient to plant the trees. So maybe it's the same kind of thing. We only go to like 40 or whatever the number is, and then we go back to the start. However that's gonna work. I'm not sure. We'll have to play around with that a little bit more. But I think the next thing I want to work on is the bones, and then maybe we clean up our flower code a little bit using something like this. And just try it. See how it works. If maybe it'll make a difference, maybe it won't. I don't know. I might clean some of this up off camera because this is going to take a long time and it is going to be tedious. So I don't think that's going to be something I'm going to record. But we'll see how it goes. Guys, we are going to wrap it up right there for today. I hope you are loving the series so far. If you are, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up on this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new here. And I will see you next time.